Welcome to Outbreak Reviews. This is Kaz, going viral with another Resident Evil figure review. This time I will be reviewing Leon S. Kennedy from Series 1 of the Palisades Resident Evil toy line. If you know Resident Evil, then Leon is a character that needs no introduction. He made his first debut on the PlayStation consoles in the 1998 survival horror smash hit Resident Evil 2. Leon was the main protagonist alongside Claire Redfield and very quickly became popular among fans. He reprises his role as male lead in many more Resident Evil related media in years to come, namely Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Degeneration, Resident Evil The Dark Side Chronicles. The list goes on. He will also be featured in the highly anticipated Resident Evil 6, sharing the main role with another Resident Evil canon character, Chris Redfield. There's no doubt that Leon S. Kennedy will continue to grace the Resident Evil franchise for years to come. And now the review. Leon S. Kennedy comes in his RPD uniform. You can also get a battle damaged variant. This version was exclusive to Zumbo Toys. Leon is packaged in a blister card. On the front, it has his portrait and the person who sculpted it, John Matthews. The back has a general description of the character and also shows other figures in the Series 1 line. You can see Nemesis as shown in my last review. Included with Leon is a 12-gauge shotgun, VP-70 pistol, VP-70 holster stock, the MAC-10, the Desert Eagle Magnum, a combat knife, and the logo base. He can hold each of his accessories reasonably well. However, I can't quite figure out how to pose him with his VP-70 holster stock. Leon's articulation consists of a ball-jointed neck, shoulder articulation, mid-bicep twists, hinged elbows, wrist twists, waist articulation, hip articulation, hinged knees, and ankle twists. Sculpting and paintwork is excellent, even more so on the battle damaged variant. There's really nice detailing on his wounds and bandages. Some might argue that he's awkwardly posed, but I believe the figure has been sculpted in such a way to mimic the pose in this artwork. It's not too horrendous, but you are only limited to a few poses. You wouldn't want to display him standing straight without any weapons. The face sculpt to me is probably the most important part of a figure. Initially, I wasn't completely happy with how the face looked. I always thought he was looking up for no apparent reason. Possibly the sculptor had this scene in mind when he created the figure. In some angles, the figure looks perfect. Overall, it's not that bad. It definitely has a one-up, or several ups, on those crappy play-out Kai figures of Chris and Sheva. After the break, it's going to be final thoughts, and I'll let you know what's coming up next on Outbreak Reviews.
How are you? Wow. That's amazing.
Put the barrels on that wagon!
That's so great. And what's that?
I got him. Hold on.
Final thoughts. I think this figure is a great addition to any Resident Evil collector, especially if you're a fan of Leon. It has very little flaws, if any. It would have been good to have him posed with his VP-70 holster stock. I think that weapon best represents the RPD Leon. It's no big loss, as there are plenty more other weapons to choose from. I'm going to go ahead and give this figure 8.5 out of 10. It's definitely one of the better Resident Evil figures out there, and does a fantastic job of capturing the hero from Resident Evil 2. This figure, along with many other Palisades figures, are getting scarce. Snap them up quick, or you're going to be paying corndog collectible prices. If you don't know who corndog collectibles are, or you just feel like getting ripped off, Google it and check them out. My next review will be In Flames and Headplay's Metal Boss, a 1/6 scale figure of Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Check out the teaser trailer if you haven't already. I hope you enjoyed this review. This is Kazuhira. I'm going to leave you with this.
Hey, it's up to us to take out Umbrella.
Sensei!
Your mouth is moving, but you'd be a whole lot more convincing if you were still pumped full of stolen chi.
I'll steal more.
Oh, no, you don't! Nuts!